So I wonder what comes to mind when you hear the words sleep training. Relief and hope? Dread and despair? Let me share a little bit of my story. When I became a first-time mom 5 years ago and I heard the words sleep training, I cringed inside. I had these images of my baby girl in her room by herself, crying for hours on end until she just gave up and went to sleep because no one was coming to look after her anyway. That was not what I wanted. During pregnancy, I had read a lot of books on attachment parenting and I decided that that was the way that I wanted to go. So that was what we did. I tried to be the perfect attachment parent and breastfed her on demand, carried her in the carrier, and co-slept and all of those things. And a lot of those things I actually enjoyed. They were good. She had reflux, gastroesophageal reflux disease, and she was a very cryy baby. She screamed a lot. And so I think my confidence at the beginning was really shattered. She wouldn't calm at the breast. She wouldn't calm with a pacifier. She wouldn't even calm in my arms. She was just really unhappy. A lot of the time I kind of wondered, what is wrong? Why can't I do this? After 5 months of pretty much waking every hour or two in the night, I was exhausted, my patience was running thin, and my nerves were absolutely shattered. And I actually checked myself into a hospital for 2 days because I wasn't sure if she still was having pain from her reflux, which I wanted to get checked out, and I just desperately needed some sleep and a break. While at the hospital, they encouraged me to put my daughter down awake to sleep instead of nursing to sleep, which I had been doing. Immediately, and with no tears whatsoever, she started sleeping 4 to 5 hour chunks in the night. However, our sleep issues were not completely solved yet. My daughter continued to wake frequently in the night until she was a year old, and naps were a continuous struggle. I felt like a complete failure, I was super depressed, and I was struggling to bond with my daughter. I felt like I had to choose between being this super attached parent, which I didn't feel like I had energy for, and letting her cry it out on the other side, which I didn't want to do. Something had to change, and ASAP. So I skeptically signed up for a sleep consultation on the recommendation of a friend, and it was life-changing. Not only did my daughter start sleeping through the night within 3 days of very minimal crying, but our bond was strengthened, our attachment was better, our relationship had improved, and my marriage was doing so much better because we actually had time for each other. My story is not one of a kind. I literally hear this from my clients all the time. They try so hard for so long, they're super responsive, giving their all, but after a while their energy sources are depleted and they don't know where to turn because the sleep is not improving. They often turn to me then, guilt-ridden, for advice as if it's like the bad thing to do sleep training. There should be no guilt. Sleep training does not mean leaving your baby to cry for hours on end to figure it out by themselves. I don't really like the term sleep training, to be honest, because it just has that negative connotation with a lot of people. I prefer to use the words sleep coaching. A coach actually, by definition, helps to bring out the best in someone. A coach doesn't force you into something, but motivates you and brainstorms with you so that you can push past those things that might be a hindrance. A coach helps you to own the process, and they're there for you the entire time as support, cheering you on. And that's really what it's all about. Helping babies to sleep the best they can for their age and their development, working with their biology and not against it. Creating unique and individualized sleep plans for each family that suit their specific situation and their parenting style. And just walking alongside parents in a really rough season of life, encouraging them that there is hope of having a healthy sleeper and a strong bond with their child. So if you've been feeling a little bit skeptical about sleep training, I would love to chat because I don't think that it has to either be cry it out or a healthy attachment. I see so often that after working with me, people say that their bond with their child is stronger because they're both well rested. One client recently told me that doing sleep coaching with me was the reason that they considered having a second child. Another client recently told me that doing the sleep coaching with me drastically improved their marriage because for the first time in 6 months, they could have a date night and actually spend time together. And that's what I'm all about, is empowering families to live the best they can so that everyone, parents, children, that they all can thrive and live well and be well rested.